Good morning from the desert. My name is Tom, coming to you from Phoenix, Arizona, and today is Monday. And we had a really good week last week. We did over 2591, I believe was the number, and finished a little wonky by oversleeping and not ending the dash on time on Sunday, and that's going to skew the numbers for this week. So little asterisk when I show you numbers from today to Sunday, that things are going to be a little wonky. They're going to show stats that aren't true. So, but this shows the importance of a routine, and the routine is very important. And there's famous quotes on out there that say that success lies in your daily routine. And we start, and some of you are doing part-time dashing, some of you are doing full-time, some of you are doing extreme full-time, such as myself. And the routine is the thing that gives us a constant. It gives us a foundation to be able to build on and to test. Because see, if you're working 3 hours one day, 6 hours the next, back to 3, back to 6, up to 8, taking 3 days off, when you start to do that, it's very difficult to test and to run the numbers and to say that, hey, I've been doing this on a consistent basis, and the longer that period of time is for that data set, the more valid the information is that you're able to extrapolate from it. And that's where I come in, because you might not be able to do that, but together with my data, we can test out different ideas and concepts. And so I know there's not very many people. I think there's 22 subscribers to the channel, and for that I'm very grateful. This was all organic. There's no advertising or anything, or buying subs or any of that type of stuff. This is just me out there and people finding it and sharing it, and great. As it grows and as people start to make comments on here and say, hey, well, what about this, and can we test this and test that, we'll talk about it, and we'll bring it to the forefront and throw it out to the community and go from there. So again, that success lies in your daily routine is foundational. And you start out and you're going to fumble and you're going to stumble. But what we do is we do a process called planning, doing, and reviewing. We make a plan that we're going to consistently go on out for, X number of days, for X number of hours, and try and get into a steady routine. Now this helps as well because you start to get steady customers. You start to regularly see the same merchants. You start to get to know their names, by being on out there at the same time. If you're getting gas, you walk in, you say, hey, Bill, how's it going? It's just very important, in my opinion. When you do this, you start to see the results, and as things work, you hold them dear to your heart, and you make sure that they're solidified inside of your routine. As things start to wobble and fail, you're like, well, what can I do to change that? So that's make the plan, implement the plan, do the plan, and then go back and review the results. And as things work, you add them. When they don't work, you subtract them. And very simple concept, 3 steps. But when you apply that and you start to make progress, you start to turn this into something that's growing versus something that's all over the place. And see, when it's all over the place and the numbers are fluctuating, then all of a sudden you start to question, wow, is this worth it? I don't know. Am I doing it right? Just a lot of questions versus, hey, I'm making progress. This is amazing. I'm seeing advances. Things are growing. I'm making new friends. There's all sorts of benefits. So I need to go get my day started. I'm going to start rolling, go get some gas, get this day started, and hopefully you can start to set up a routine. That routine is going to be different for everybody. So eventually I guess I can share what my routine is, and we'll go from there. But I know that not everybody's going to be able to do, what I do. So with that, I'm going to let you go. I hope that you have a prosperous day and that your numbers start increasing. Ciao for now.